I have known many managers try to blag accident statistics, in particular lost time accident statistics and RIDDOR 7-day injuries. Now you can blag the LTAs to some extent because you could bring somebody in on light duties. And if your definition of an LTA, and because it's an internal definition, your company decides what the definition is. If the definition is it's an LTA if the person takes time off work, okay, bringing them in on light duties gets you out of reporting that as an LTA. So you need to tweak your definitions if people are blagging that. But RIDDOR is a bit more difficult because the law defines what a 7-day injury is. So let's have a look at what the law says, because it's not about absence. It says, where any person at work is incapacitated for routine work for more than 7 consecutive days. So incapacitated for routine work. Now that doesn't say absence. It means you just can't do your routine work. You can't do your normal job, really. Let's have a look at what the definition of routine work is, because that's in the interpretation section of the regulations. It says routine work means work which a person might reasonably be expected to do, either under that person's contract of employment or, if there is no such contract, in the normal course of that person's work. So the question is like, what does the contract say and what is that person's normal course of work? Now, some jobs are quite varied. Some jobs, like take manufacturing, it's pretty common that we try and cross-skill people in manufacturing. So they might be working on a machine, they might do some quality work, they might do some kind of labouring, moving materials around type work, they might drive a forklift, and they might do some admin work. They might even get involved with things like risk assessments, SOPs, doing little actions, that kind of thing. So you might maybe be able to, say if someone's been injured, you might be able to move them off a physical manual job onto something like light duties without having to report it as a 7-day injury under RIDDOR, because the light duties you've given them are actually part of their normal course of work and something that they would reasonably be expected to do anyway. Now, there are some jobs where that's just not at all the case. So you might have somebody who works in a warehouse. You know, they might be, say, a forklift driver in a warehouse, and they just spend all day on the forklift, and that's pretty much it, you know, handling pallets and that kind of thing. And all of a sudden you decide light duties means they're going to sit in the goods in office and process paperwork. Well, that is not a normal part of their work. It's not something they're reasonably expected to do under the contract of employment, and so in that case it would be RIDDOR reportable. So you can blag the RIDDOR regulations. Is it legal? Yes. Is it ethical? Probably not. But just be aware that managers might be tempted sometimes to put somebody on light duties and then declare that it's not RIDDOR reportable, and that is actually not at all the case in many situations. It might still be RIDDOR reportable. Anyway, my name is Will Taylor. If you're not connected with me, please don't hesitate to connect with me on LinkedIn. Follow the YouTube page if you're on YouTube. Stay safe. I'll see you later.